Hello Mom and Dad Meet World. So I want to give you a little update on this guy right here, the iPad mini, and maybe do a little bit of a case review slash comparison versus this other case right here that I had used for the iPad mini 6. There's no iPad mini 6 in this. This is just what I had used. But the iPad mini 6 and 7 cases are identical. So if you have an iPad mini 6 case and you picked up an iPad 7, 7 mini should I say, the cases will fit indeed. So a little update on this, and as you can see right here, we've got an Apple Pencil right here on the side, and this Apple Pencil is actually not compatible with the iPad mini 7 because this is the second generation Apple Pencil, not the Apple Pencil Pro, but the second generation Apple Pencil that I did use with the iPad mini 6, and it does not work here. It does stick to the side, but I just wanted to see what it looked like on here with this particular case, and we'll talk about this case in just a little bit. But as far as the iPad goes, a little bit of an update on this. So we had updated the iPad to iOS, or iPad OS should I say, 18.1. We had Apple Intelligence on, but I just didn't find myself using it, so I turned off Apple Intelligence. Performance has been totally fine, so it has been just like the iPad mini 6. However, it has gotten just a little bit quicker for when you are opening apps, switching between apps. And I do find that that extra memory, that extra RAM going from 4 gigabytes to 8 gigabytes indeed does help. It helps quite a bit because it turned the iPad mini 7 into what the iPad mini 6 should have been, just a little bit zippier, and I don't find any issue opening apps, switching between apps. Everything opens up just fine, and it's just a tad little bit quicker. So that was when I originally made the video about upgrading from the iPad mini 6 to the iPad mini 7. Wanted to get hopefully solve two reasons. One of them was speed, and the other one was actually storage. And with this having 256 gigs of storage, 4 times the storage of our original iPad mini 6 with 64 gigs of storage, this indeed did solve that storage issue. And it did solve that quickness, that little bit of speed issue, having that A17 Pro and that extra 4 gigs of RAM. I think it's going to be just fine, especially from now until the long run with the next iPad OS update that comes out. But yeah, it's just been totally smooth with the iPad mini 7, with speed, with storage. Sounds really good. Watched a few movies on here, listened to a little bit of Apple Music, which I did reload back on thanks to that extra storage. The speakers, the video quality, the screen quality, it's all very nice. Again, unchanged screen quality from the iPad mini 6 to the iPad mini 7, so screen has been great overall. It's just been the device to have, especially if you have a bigger device like the iPad Pro 13 and you want something smaller. This is indeed an iPad, but just something you could almost put in your pocket. You can hold it with one hand. So with this being quicker and having the storage, the cool thing about the iPad mini is indeed it is the size, it's a form factor, because you can take this with you on a train, a plane, a bus, whether or not you're waiting in a waiting room, you're at a restaurant, you're at a cafe, you just need to bring it out, do a little bit of reading, maybe do a little bit of web surfing with it. You absolutely can. And with having the 5G capability on here and the extra storage and the extra speed, it is pretty much the perfect portable little mini device to take with you. So with this case right here, I have been using ever since we had unboxed it at the Apple Store. This case right here, this is a Spigen case, if I can say this right. Again, not sponsored, not paid for. We didn't get this for free from Vine. This is just something we bought out of our own pocket, and I bought it for one main reason, because it has extra coverage. So this is the Ultra Hybrid Pro that you can see up here. If you definitely want to check this case out for yourself, we got this off of Amazon, so definitely look it up. Spigen Ultra Hybrid Pro, as indicated right here, and this is indeed the case. But we've got this Apple Pencil 2 here. This Apple Pencil 2 is more or less just a prop. With this in this case right here, you'll see there's a little indentation and there's a cover so it does not expose the iPad itself right here, but you can just slide your Apple Pencil Pro right there, and then there's this flap. This flap closes nice and handily, very strong magnetic flap. It will be very you will be very confident having your Apple Pencil in here and not having this pencil fall out because of this flap, as opposed to just relying on the magnetic itself. Because we're going to pull this pencil off, because what you're going to see right here, where the iPads typically are exposed, and I've always been a fan of these portfolio cases that have this type of cover on here, this magnetic close triple plate right here. I've always been a fan of these cases. The only part where I don't like the Apple cases themselves is because they expose your side. So you've got your power button / touch ID button, which works very, very well. Your hand easily, or your finger easily slides into place to get this unlocked. But you'll see right here, you are nice and covered all the way around. You've got your USB-C port right there. And then if you flip this flap open, it's also covered here where your Apple Pencil would go, which is what I had liked, especially compared to our other case that we had used for the iPad mini 6, and that is this one right here. You can see it's also the same style. You've got this triple plate right here, this magnetic cover, which worked really, really well. And you've got a hardback plastic. But as you can see right here, you've got some coverage up here for your speaker grills. And this part is open for your volume control. This part is open for your Touch ID. And then again here you've got more cover for your bottom speaker grills, and then your cutout for your USB-C. However, if you take a look on this side, you will see right here that this is completely exposed. And if you do not use an Apple Pencil, this side will be completely exposed. So if you set it down on something, I was always worried about setting the iPad down and having it get scratched up here where this side is completely exposed. You don't have to worry about that with this particular case right here, the Spigen Hybrid Pro, because again, it is completely covered up as opposed to this, which is completely exposed. So a couple things to talk about here, and you'll notice I actually had this right here. This is just a clear cover that was on our iPad mini 6 and that I used with this case. So with this case right here, you can use this type of screen protector confidently. It's just a clear plastic screen protector that I use, and I very much so liked. And this is what I had used previously on just about every single iPad we did use. It is a little bit harder to put on because you've got to make sure there's no guide for these. So when you put it on, you lift it up on the corners to try to get all the air bubbles out. So with this case right here, you have no issues using this because it attaches to the metal right on the frame of the iPad mini. So it does not go into the glass whatsoever. So we're going to open this up, the Spigen Hybrid Pro here, and take a look right here. You can see this goes very, very little into the glass. You actually cover up all of your metal frame here. And so whatever screen protector you put on this, so we used a tempered glass screen protector, and we got the tempered glass screen protector with the guidelines with like a frame. So when you put your screen protector down, you're putting it perfectly down on the screen. And if you don't put your screen protector perfectly on the screen, because this particular case goes into the glass just a little bit, when you grab the iPad on the side, it will actually lift your screen protector. If you have this style of screen protector up, or even your glass one, if you don't put it down perfectly, it'll lift it up on the edge. And when you lift it up on the edge, you'll see the air pocket come up, and then you could put some dust in there or reveal an area where dust could potentially get in there. So if you buy this case, just make sure whatever screen protector you put on, you make sure you align it just absolutely perfectly, or else it will pull up with this style of case. But I do indeed like this case, so I'm sticking with this tempered glass screen protector. I've had no issue with this tempered glass screen protector whatsoever in terms of tapping the screen or moving the screen around. No issues whatsoever using this tempered glass screen protector. And between the tempered glass screen protector and this case right here, this is a clear plastic on the back. Your iPad is still protected. I think it's a perfect combination, and this is what we'll be using for us. I don't know how it will be for you. You might like this style, and if you use the Apple Pencil, again, you might like this exposed right here on the side, having it be completely open so you can magnetically attach your Apple Pencil Pro right there, but I'm okay with this case. Anyways, this was a little bit of an update on the iPad mini 7. It's quick enough for my liking, and the storage is absolutely just fine. Fits our storage needs perfectly. Probably 128 would have been fine, but I opted, because Apple does their refreshes on their iPad so rarely, that we went for 256 just for a little bit of future proofing. So that's been great. And then the case itself has been phenomenal, especially compared to this case, because of this open area on the side that I don't like. This area is completely closed off. Again, great for your Apple Pencil Pro, having this flap right here if you do get an Apple Pencil. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. If it's helped you out, you know what to do. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Please feel free to share this also. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.